The name Momon begins to echo through Rantel, not as a man, though people know that he is one, not as a hero or a legend, although those titles might fit, but as a force of destruction, of power, of silence. He destroyed a basilisk alone. Apparently, it was huge, bigger than a house, with eyes like burning coals. But to him, it was just another Tuesday. He doesn't speak much, but his power does. So I heard. He's scary, but he helped stop that carriage hijacking last week. He's a good guy, definitely. His companion is a beautiful sorceress, deadly and silent. Some say she vaporized an entire group of thugs. No warning, no mercy. People are intrigued, fearful, fascinated. But above all, they respect him. Inside the Adventurers Guild, though, Momon receives a personal audience with the guild master, not out of protocol, but out of necessity. The guild master, normally so jovial, so boisterous, is somber, almost grim. "Who are you really?" he asks. And this time, Momon doesn't jest. He doesn't smile. He replies, "I am a protector of order." Vague, calculated, just enough truth to hide the lie. Meanwhile, Narberl, still acting as Nabe, begins to reveal her power. You see, word travels fast in the city, especially about a beautiful young woman who vaporizes thugs trying to harass her in the streets. Now, no one messes with Narberl anymore. Well, maybe that was a lie. See, she actually walked into a tavern without paying for her drink. But when some overly drunk guys made a move on her, she merely raised her hand and vanished them into lightning. No warning, no mercy. The message is clear. Momon's companion is not to be trifled with. Now, if these stories had any truth to them, how powerful could Momon and Nabe be? Maybe they're not even human. Or maybe they're sent by the gods. Yeah, that must be it. You know, the legends say that when the gods are displeased with humanity, they send calamities, plagues, disasters, and sometimes, just sometimes, heroes. Could they be our heroes? Or perhaps something darker? Something sent to punish the wicked? Who knows? But one thing is certain. They are drawing a lot of attention. And back in Nazareth, the guardians observed their master's strategy from afar. Of course, they knew what Ains wanted to do. To sow fear, to build a reputation, to make Momon into a legend. But what Demiurge finds interesting is how Ains is also planning faith. If you want power, Ains Sama said, then you must become a deity in the eyes of mortals. Even if it's just a small village, if they believe you to be a hero, then you have achieved a lot. In fact, Demiurge thinks this plan is brilliant. Humans are such fragile creatures. They need hope, faith, conviction. Give them a hero and they will follow him to the end of the earth. Albedo, though, remains focused on her mission. She might be jealous of Narberl being so close to Ains, but Nazareth comes first. And as she watches Narberl on her secret mission, she can't help but respect her. Cositus simply trains. Shaltir, still weak from her previous failure, sleeps, dreaming of battles yet to come. Everything seems peaceful, calm, yet it's only an illusion. Because Ains, the mastermind behind it all, is playing the long game, patiently waiting for his moment. Then it comes. One of the nobles in Rantel has gone missing. The guards are stumped. The adventurers are hesitant. It's too dangerous. No one wants to take the job. And here's why. The rumor says it's the work of an undead, a vampire, maybe even a lich. And no one wants to mess with that. But Ains sees an opportunity. Momon volunteers. That's what you call being decisive. Now, the journey to the rumored hideout is fraught with danger, but Momon isn't worried. He leaves the cave tracking to his companions, following him at a distance. How they got so close is a mystery, but they mean to find out. To them, the legendary Momon is not just a warrior. He's a beacon, a light in the darkness. They want to be near that light, if only to catch a glimpse. The inside of the cave is dark, dank, disgusting. Even the brave adventurers hesitate, but Momon strides on, his black armor flashing in the dim torchlight. His sword glows with a deathly chill, and every ghoul that gets in its way falls like wheat under a scythe. But there are so many ghouls, their numbers endless. And as the battle rages, more and more onlookers arrive. They gather at the mouth of the cave, mesmerized by the scene before them. Soon, the fight is over. The last ghoul falls. The stench of death hangs heavy in the air, but Momon stands unscathed, his armor not a single jot, his expression impassive. It's a sight that will haunt their dreams, the dreams of those who saw it. And now, when Momon returns to the guild, his status is elevated. No longer is he just a skilled adventurer. He is now Momon, the undefeated. Not even the Adamantite plates, the highest rank, the one given to legends, can contain the story of his feat. So they give him a new one, an Adamantite plate especially made for him, the only one of its kind in the city, maybe even the kingdom. To everyone except the onlookers, Momon is still Ains. He still cracks jokes, still teases the others, still acts like nothing happened. But his companions can sense the change in him. This isn't a bad thing. Ains is stronger, sure, but they're stronger too, thanks to their master. But there's someone else watching who is less than pleased. Dressed in red, eyes cold and hard as ice, he clenches his fist, his grip tightening around a tankard of ale. He had been keeping an eye on Momon ever since the basilisk incident. At first, it was out of curiosity. After all, defeating a basilisk alone was a big deal. But as Momon grew in fame, so did the man's interest, evolving from curiosity to intrigue, to suspicion, to outright hostility. See, the man is a member of the Eight-Fingered Guild, the infamous blood and iron mercenaries, and he doesn't like what he sees. Momon's rise in popularity threatens his own standing in the city, and he's not the only one. The Thieves' Guild, the Assassin's Creed, they're all watching, waiting for a chance to strike. As for Momon, he's oblivious, busy cementing his place in Rantel. But this little incident reveals one thing. If Ains is going to play the long game, he's not the only player in town. So what will happen next? Will the other NPCs try to stop Ains? What schemes are the evil guilds cooking up? And how will Ains react when he learns the truth about Momon? Find out in the next part of our Overlord recap. While you wait for the next episode, why not check out some of our other videos? We've got plenty of content that we think you'll enjoy. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe in Rantel. You never know who's watching.